We made it. We're here.
Yay. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Sun Dragon Sideshow.
The Adventures of Liz and Rebecca.
You were going to say Dear Becky and Lizzie edition, weren't you?
I was.
It's Tuesday, so no. Hi. I'm Rebecca. I'm the owner of Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in sunny and actually rather mild. It's in the 40s, Brevard, North Carolina.
I'm Liz. I'm the minion there.
I'm still standing just to show you. This was the winner. I wore a dark t-shirt under it, but this was the winner for SAFF. For anyone who was interested in what I wore to SAFF, I did wear lots and lots of color work. I almost wore my ranunculus, and then I knew it was going to be kind of hot, so short sleeves. And I love my ranunculus, but it's really bright, so I might have been recognized more in that. But I got at least one compliment on this. And yeah, I wore my shirt underneath. I didn't wear a Sun Dragon shirt. I wore my shirt that no one saw, but it was in the spirit of yarn, because it's a shirt I have that says buying yarn and using it are two separate hobbies.
Because they are.
And then that shirt wasn't as long as my work shirts, so I was very self-conscious that my belly might be hanging out. But that's me. So, you know. How was your weekend, Liz?
Went to SAFF with you.
Yeah.
Wore my sweater, which
has dread sticking to it.
Yes.
She wore her swearing sweater.
Yeah.
But it was hot inside.
It was hot. I wound up taking it off after a bit.
Especially because we were good and wore our masks.
Yeah.
So it was hot.
Yeah.
So did my parents, and they enjoyed it.
They enjoyed it. They were hilarious.
They watched dog herding sheep, and they as I dropped them off and just watched a couple minutes and left, they said, well, we've seen this real time in Scotland. But then they came back saying they learned a lot of things that they didn't know, that they'd seen in Scotland and didn't know why it was happening. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they probably saw more of SAFF than I did, because I started doing lots of like wheeling and dealing.
Yeah.
As is my nature. I told them I wasn't, and then I did. But in the car on the way there, I said, I probably will. If people will let me, you know.
It's good.
But we got to walk around a bit together. I got to
Yes.
drag you around and force you to help me pick things.
Yes, and nothing was more exciting than watching your face when I sat down on the floor in Crafty Flutterby's booth.
She just
I was done.
Michelle wasn't there, and I totally understand that you were done. But I was just like, what are you doing?
It was the best face ever. I'm like, and you know me. I
just hurt myself on my
I think there were a couple other people in the booth that were kind of like, what is she doing? But you know me.
I knew you, and I was like, here? Really? Oh my. At least it wasn't in the middle of the walkway, you know.
No, I
my yarn, my ring that says yarn, the word yarn just caught on my nose. Ow. It's okay. It's been a morning, can I just say, because, you know, I've been hanging out with my folks for a week, which means, you know, more energy. I'm actually feeling pretty good, all things considered, like how tired I should be right now, but evidence that I'm tired. Okay. I just hurt myself with my ring, forgot my wrist ruler. I realized when I was walking around the block, and I'm like, I don't have time to go back in. Forgot my necklace.
You're just bad.
My burn from cooking dinner last night is actually, it's on my middle finger. It's actually doing okay because I put lavender on it.
Yeah.
Lavender works. I was flipping chicken, and my knuckle like hit the side of the pan. You know, I was like, oh, that's gonna leave a mark. You know, but my parents are all checked in for their flight home, which leaves right about when the shop opens. So it was very fun to see them and have them experience. They have learned so much about what I do for a living in the past week. Just, you know, dinner started going blah, 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 and then I took them to SAFF. Huh?
It's been cute. The little comments of we're trying to get Rebecca out of t-shirts. And I'm like, well,
she said that.
Oh yeah, your mom said that. And
okay, they bought me a t-shirt for my birthday. So,
well,
should we be talking about this on?
Was it a yarn t-shirt?
It was a cat t-shirt.
Oh, because
I
there
showed it
was
to you.
there was a yarn t-shirt, and she was like, I wouldn't wear it, but Rebecca would. But we're trying to get her out of t-shirts.
Oh, you mean at SAFF?
At SAFF.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, she wears sweaters over the top of them, so it's all good.
Yeah.
So
I do style on top of them. It's an easy work wardrobe that
Yeah.
even in the summer you can just throw something light over and accessorize
Yeah.
knit wise, right? And I am just not a fancy person. I'm sorry. I'm done
know.
with that at this point. So
Mm.
if she wants to get me out t-shirts, she's gonna have to give me a whopping big gift card to somewhere like the Loft or somewhere else. Like I used to teach and wear all the things, and
Yeah, but
that's
then
not
it
my
would be
life.
weird
It's not my life
coming to
anymore.
work with a dressed up
I
Rebecca.
don't think I could work in the shop in fancier clothing than what I wear right now. I wouldn't feel comfortable. I tried that with the skirts, which were athletic skirts, but
Yeah.
still. I wouldn't feel comfortable, and B, I don't think I would feel authentic. You know, it's really weird. Anyway, yeah, it is a problem when I go visit family and say they want, well, still pandemic, so we don't go to church, but say we wanted to go to church or things like that, and I have nothing to wear. I'd be wearing a t-shirt and hiking pants. I mean, that's what I have.
With
But
a nice sweater over the top of
yeah, that would help. It's the problem is like I don't have any more of a wardrobe than this, basically. And that's part of how I am able to pay my bills. I don't buy clothes. I just don't. We should have new t-shirts coming this week or next week. I'm so super excited.
Rebecca's
Only 2
getting a whole
colors.
new business wardrobe.
Well, no, because I'd have to use like half of what we were
That's true.
ordering.
That's true.
There's only 2 colors. I'm gonna get 2 new shirts to add into the rotation.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do. And as we, you know, as we maybe order new things from the local place downtown that we're using, I might have more. But we're starting small. 2 colors. I'm so excited. I'm hoping we can show it off. If not this week, next week. Because she said a week and a half when I paid her last week.
When the t-shirts come in, I'll have a casual work day.
Ooh.
So we can both wear our t-shirts.
Ooh. Okay. So we got baskets in over the weekend, and for those of you from far away, we no longer list them online for shipping and things because it's just ridiculous to try to ship these. Even if we collapse them, it still takes up a big box, and it costs like at least half the basket just to ship. So I'm only telling you this. I'm telling you this in case you're local and want to come by. But I don't mean to be like dangling things in your face and saying, I can't send it to you. I'm explaining why we're having a short show today.
Yeah, we're late.
Because, I mean, do I need an excuse? I'm always late. But today I was late for a specific reason.
Yes.
I might have been on time, except I had to put all of they filled my whole car. I have a picture I can show. They filled the whole back of my car. And they came in 2 little boxes that probably would have filled like a quarter of my car. But loading them in and getting my exercise in because I'm really big. See, look, there's the back of my car with all the baskets in it. I won't waste any more of your time for our short show on explaining why it's a short show. How about that? Okay, so let's start with what, if anything, we knitted this weekend, and then we can get to the fun of SAFF.
I'm getting closer to being done with
You're knitting a dark blob.
Yeah, it's
is that a
it's a Bankhead.
It is?
Yeah, I just didn't do a large.
Okay, I always forget that. Yeah, the pattern looks different when it's in a solid versus a So Bankhead hat is one of our favorites, go to for a worsted, nice, easy, but not too simple hat. Like it's simple, but it's not completely boring.
And it's sort of like I would hold it up next to the camera, but it's that really, really dark.
It's the Oxford.
It's the Oxford.
You are wearing an
Saxony.
obsidian sweater, which
Yes.
is an off black, and she's got the Oxford. Like, see, for
It
our
hides.
filming purposes, we can't see. The Oxford is a super dark blue.
Yeah.
Which I have my cowl at home that
You still haven't.
I still haven't blocked or sewn up because, you know, life. Ooh. Squirreling moment as I get out the things I can show off that I actually did work on this weekend, which are maybe only 2 things. I brought home only a couple of things because I was spending time with my folks, and I brought all of this to SAFF and didn't touch any of it, which, you know, is life. Wait. Okay.
Tissues.
Yes. So before I forget about it, I think this is. Oh, there's a little. Look. Do you see that?
Oh,
I'll show that to you all in a second. Hang on. I had a thought about because I put Melanie Rice in. Is that another thing you were gonna?
Yeah.
Show that off.
I'm almost ready for all of my raglan increases and to like put the front like,
on what?
on my sweater. It's my second swearing sweater. Sorry.
Sweater.
It's
Okay,
light brown.
we make so many. What is special about this one? I gotta go.
It's gonna have different words on the sleeves. And it's Lanagato Cashmere Light.
And what is the problem if other people want to make that?
Okay. For my crop one, it's gonna take like 6 balls, and it's almost $50 for 50 grams.
And if someone wants
we're
that
out
color,
of the chocolate, and it's been discontinued.
that's what I was getting at. 100% cashmere been discontinued.
I work at a yarn shop.
It's really hard to find 100% cashmere. That's like a light worsted.
Yeah.
Finer than that. Like some people are doing recycled cashmere with cashmere, and it's all weird.
It doesn't fluff near as much as the Saxony does. Like I'm using the same needles.
Yeah, well, and honestly, cashmere isn't necessarily supposed to be as fluffy as
I think
the Oxford,
merino
or as the Saxony. Yeah. I think the Saxony is just
the merino in it kind of fluffs to fill the space.
So I had thoughts. I put in my newsletter this week the Melanie Rice new patterns, and the cowl and the shawl both have like cables and bobbles.
Yes.
And in writing the newsletter, a couple of things I noticed because I actually looked at the notes on the pattern.
Shocked.
The shawl is knit like Caitlin Hunter's, in that the first row is the bottom.
Oh,
the whole down. Long, like I've done her cameo, which is like you cast on the whole top and then it goes down like this. This one is designed. It's not growling. That's the cowl. I think it's climbing. It's all these wild animal things. The bottom of the V, the two sides that make the bottom of the V, is the first row. So like some people's brains are going to go, what? This is the first row, and then it gets smaller as you go. And it's going to take like 600 yards, which I was eyeing the Saxony for all of it and going like, I'm already making a Saxony shawl, and 120 yards per, that means like it's going to take 5 of these. I'm already going to be using like 5 or so for the shawl. So, but the cowl, the other thing I noticed about the cowl, which looks round, but it's split over the shoulder. That might be the growling one, or the growling one might be the colorwork one. I can't remember. All I know is the purring one is the one I'm not going to do. It's fingering weight. It's all like a little garter shawlette with a little patch of mohair in it, which is cute, but I need the cables and the bobbles. I don't usually need bobbles, but I like these.
Most of us stay away from bobbles, but even I'm intrigued by the bobbles.
Right. And I just think she's got them in this lovely like yellow ochre thing color, and I was like, ooh. The cowl is knit flat and seamed, and then you just leave part of it open, and it's 2 sets of needles, but instead of like the ribbing in a needle and the main thing, it's the bottom part is in one needle and the top part is in a smaller needle to help it sit on your neck better. And I was like, ooh, even that is going to take 2 balls of Saxony, and I've already made a cowl in Saxony too, but it's sitting at home. So I think I might do the cowl out of the yellow ochre Saxony, but you have one more day to get it 15% off. And then we switch to something else tomorrow, by the way. But I was thinking making the shawl in Friday Harbor.
And olivey green is something we definitely don't have anything in the shop. So
right. And we just got like a new batch of it. And now I'm going to use some of it up. But I will say, and look, these colors could go together, kind of, sort of.
Yes.
They complement each other.
Throw a nice yellow in there and you have fall.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Which is something else I want to talk to you about, Yarn Baby. Anyway.
Yes.
Make a note.
Made a note.
Squirrel.
Not a thing.
Are you not entertained? No. Okay. So, I sent you a reel yesterday that it was someone from the north, and I'm originally from the north, talking about coming to the south, and someone from the south, and like trying to listen and respond. I mean, split screen, so they weren't actually talking to each other. And one of the things I found really funny in it was she was going off on, she wants to see the genuine south. That part was, I mean, it was, she was,
because while she was in Maine, there was a moose walking around, and that was so cool. And she's talking so fast.
but that's the thing is,
And-
he's like, you're talking so fast, and I was like, that's really funny because we do that.
Not a thing.
Okay, back on track. Before I start these, as much as I would love to, I'm going to try. I'm really close to finishing like my Outlander shawl. Some of the things I worked on this weekend, I'm really close to finishing. Let me show you them very fast. No, okay, not that fast. Because we do want to get to a little bit of SAFF stuff. So because Saxony, transitioning nicely, right? Because it's our yarn of the week, I made some progress on my Auxin Shawl.
It looks so cool.
This top part is repeat 6 of 8. And oddly enough, because I think it's supposed to take like 5 or 6 balls of this is still my second ball. I mean, it's getting bigger, and it's got a really big ribbed border around it to finish it. But
the
it's not
border, and since you're getting bigger, it's gonna start.
Yeah, it's gonna start eating up yarn. But I'm loving, this is the Jasper colorway. I'm not usually an orangey rusty person, but fall, yay! I love it. I absolutely love it, and it's so
It's so soft.
it's so soft. I can't get over it. Okay, and then I have kind of been booking through my socks, and my purse hasn't changed colors yet. It's just about to.
Or manipulate.
Yeah, but too late because I didn't. So this is from. First, 90% of the things we've gotten from Pompom, be they books or magazines, I've been making what's on the cover. This is one of the few things I'm making that's not on the cover. This is from Pompom, but it's not on the cover. Because the ones with the color are just so super cute, and it said to use 1.5 US 1.5 needles, and I didn't test my gauge because the smallest the prim double points come in is 1.5. So I just said, ooh, let me do that. And I think these are going to be massively huge socks. I also picked the medium size. I have to be really specific about that. I probably should have done the small. There should be enough yarn from this though to make 2 pairs of socks probably. Will that ever happen? Ha! We'll see. I'm making really good progress on this pair though, because I just stuck in, almost lost my yarn. I just stuck in scrap yarn for an afterthought heel. I've never done an afterthought heel before, and these have instructions for a heel flap or a short row or an afterthought heel. So I'm super excited by that. The patterning is super fun. I could try this on, but I'm pretty sure I will be sad because they'll be big, and so I haven't tried them on at all yet. But I'm just chugging away on these. And so now I'm going to do the instep, which will be interesting to try on and size, or I'll just have to do some math because with no heel in there, it won't fit on my foot right.
Yeah.
That's the one thing about an afterthought heel that I suddenly went, But this yarn, so I'm using Cascade Heritage Cinnamon and Perth Yarra River, which will change colors. I pulled from the center and there's a gymongous chunk of purple in the center and it's gorgeous, but I wanted my yarn to change colors. I think it's just about, it's a lighter purple. It's about to go to blue. So maybe some of my instep will be blue, which also means then my heel's going to be a different color because I'm going to go back and do my heel with this color. So I'm experimenting with this yarn so y'all can know what's going to happen if you try to do the same thing. I think I'm going to have socks that are coordinating but not matching. I think it will be super fun.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. So that's all I've really worked on this weekend. I want to take the last like 10 minutes or so. Almost we could push it to 15, but I don't think our mignonette is coming today, so we have to be ready to field anyone who walks up. Although I'm jinxing us, but it's the time of year when it's quiet in the morning. Now we're gonna have people walk up at 10.
No,
But okay, so I went to SAFF saying with my mom and dad and early on Sunday. I usually go late on Sunday so I can scarf up things wholesale from vendors. And I went early and I told my parents, I'm not there to do business. I'm there to hang with you and show you SAFF. And then I started talking to vendors and saying, I'm not here to do business because I know y'all want to get your full price for stuff. I'm just here with my parents. And they went, well, we could wholesale. That's fine. And I went, ooh. I did say when I got in the car with my parents that morning, there's a chance if they're willing to wholesale, I might be doing some business.
It was about noon that you and I went in and started the
serious shopping.
The serious shopping.
I went around and touched base with people. And then I went around again and went, 4 vendors. We got like almost a big bag from each. The only person we didn't get a big, huge bag from was Crafty Flutterby because her stuff's small.
And I didn't bring in over any of the shawl pins.
That's okay.
I just brought some of these.
Well, and here's the thing. So 4 vendors that we picked up stuff from. I usually only pick up stuff from Notions people because yarn is really hard to bring in. And there's too many options. They're all fantastic yarn dyers there. They're all fantastic. And we don't have room in the shop for all of them. A lot of this, I don't know if we're going to be able to list online. That's why part of why we're showing off just tidbits today. Some of it, we got such a random collection and assortment. There's too many things to list online, like Crafty Flutterby, her shawl pins. We don't have them here because they're all like one of a kind. It's really hard for me to picture them all online and let you choose. I could try at some point. We brought in a massive amount for the yarn crawl, and those never made it up online because the amount of photography, it would just
and the matrix, or when you do a matrix, it'll only let you put up so many pictures.
The online listing, yeah.
And
sorry,
you'd be doing 15 shawl pins in a picture just to keep them under a certain end.
Right. And she's absolutely right. I could do tiled pictures where there's multiple in one photo because I get the 12 photos and then, or the 12 whatever, however we want to itemize, right?
Yeah.
And then it's hard to see details. So she's absolutely right. It's a stroke. It's one of those, if you'd like to shop from afar with us, you might need to contact the shop and help us narrow down pictures to send you. We could work that way. If I get around to it, I could list some stuff online. We'll see. But like we stopped with Spunky Sheep, who's local, who y'all know, and some of her stuff we can eventually get up online because there's not as much. And I hope to bring in more of her stuff.
Yeah.
Crafty Flutterby with her shawl pins, and Liz brought over the end minders. They're really cute little itty bitty 3D printed figures. Like we got bunnies and sheep and alpacas and dogs and cats, and you just, the little ends that are hanging off that I usually have to like tie up, like this little end. If it was really long, you wind it around the end minder and then it's hanging there. You don't have to cut it, but it's not in your face and getting stuck in your knitting. They're super cute. We got some variety packs of that. We went to Whimsy Stitches. We love his bags, so we brought in some bags. And Leading Men Fiber Arts are new to us, but I've heard glowing things about them from so many people. I met Andy and he's awesome. And we got some 50-gram like quasi mini skeins, like half skeins, and we got some 10-gram mini skeins in random awesome colors. And so we can go backwards through.
They're 20
this.
grams.
They're 20 grams. Never mind. I might have said 10 grams on my Instagram post, and so I was mistaken. They're 20 grams. But we got an eclectic assortment, and so those are hard to list as well. But so let's go backwards and show a few things off. While Liz is, if we go backwards and we're hitting these guys first.
Oh,
through what I just said. Sorry, I'm throwing Liz a curveball. Tonight I will say we are back to virtual sit and stitch, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern time, with a shop phone number to get in.
828-877-3550.
And we will put stuff on sale tomorrow. And I'm not going to go through any more of the schedule so we can talk about stuff. So, yeah, you grab those and I'll grab these maybe. So, okay. So classic mini skeins. One of the things we don't have in the shop are mini skeins that are super cute, and we got some that are like quasi solids and some that are variegated and things, and they showstopper mini skeins. They're 20 grams and 92 yards, and it's everything we got from Leading Man for now. We're just testing his stuff out. Their stuff out, I should say. It's two gentlemen, and they're all fingering weight. So the showstopper mini skeins, 92 yards, super cute. Like I got like at least 20, right? And they're all super, super adorable. If I can, and they have good names like Dusty Rose and Twilight Sparkle, and I have to put all these in the system to begin with, and it's going to take a while. If I can, I might put some posts up on Instagram and let people contact us if they want certain things, but I don't know if I'll have easy access in the online shop. But I'm excited to have mini skeins. Yay! And I don't even know what these are going to cost yet because, you know, I haven't had time. But those were super cool, right? He said those were a really great thing to bring in.
These are 50 grams, and we have a whole bunch more colors.
So 50 grams is half a skein, which is
231 yards sock.
Go ahead.
Content.
They're really great if you need like a fun accent piece for a shawl that doesn't need a whole skein. I could think of tons right now that like you're gonna waste half the skein, and they have amazing colors. We got like 20 of those too.
Yep. Dirty Truce. How you doing?
Those are called
True Love.
What?
Think.
True Love.
Don't you know?
This is
street art.
This is we didn't even look at names. We just were like bum 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 bum. This is a Princess Bride color. Yay! So I just like the Grellos. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. So this was a showstopper mini skein, and this is showstopper intermission, or what the half skeins are called. And I just think it's such a cool idea. Like, if these sell well, we might bring some of their full size skeins in too. I just think this is amazing. This is just fun, super fun. Okay, backwards. Whimsy Stitches. He dyes yarn as well. We may bring some of Rick's yarn in. We haven't fully decided yet. We're gonna test some minis out from him too. But he has, I mean, we love his bags that have a clear center, and he didn't have many left, so we only have a handful of those.
And we only have one in each of the colors that we got. We didn't get
right,
multiples.
Yeah. I let Liz have fun while I looked at some other stuff. But it's really well made project bags, small and big. He had some, there's white squirrels on this, and he only had 2 left.
So we only have 2.
We only have 2. Again, I'm not even listing prices. It's, you need to contact us if you're interested in these, because I haven't gotten them in the system yet. I haven't put prices on them yet. But these little, I think these little like this is like a good sock, small project. And the ones with the clear centers have a pull at the top to shut them, and the others have zippers, and they're just very well made. And I love the fabrics he picks, like mushrooms. Yay, super cute. So I might be seeing him next month, and maybe we'll get more of his stuff in the shop because he just has lovely stuff. So we already talked about Crafty Flutterby. This is all we brought over. Spunky Sheep, we just love her stuff. So we ran out of a lot of her fall stuff, so we restocked on what we could, on what she had. And we don't have that over here. Nope. But some new colors, like this is really close to the Succulent Success we had before, but it's got a different name.
Glazer Purple Garlic.
It's just fun. Like her speckles sold like nobody's business. That's like a
fairy ring.
That's just got deep broody, like it makes me think of like a dark night with a little hint of Aurora Borealis in it or something. Worsted. That's a worsted?
What did it say?
Wow. Okay. It's a light worsted.
So as she gets them in the system, I will work at putting them away.
Did you notice the roving?
We actually have more roving than this. I just sampled.
And we'll bring in, we like bringing in her roving. There were a couple of other vendors I talked to at SAFF that had amazing roving that, you know, if we can get on Apothecary's wait list, we might be able to bring in some of her stuff.
Which you probably need to do today.
There's lots of things I need to do today. Maybe Liz will keep me on track. Maybe we'll be too busy. We'll see.
I introduced my dealers to each other. It was awesome.
And there was another woman I met at SAFF who had really gorgeous roving. She had great mini skeins and yarn too, but like I'm thinking we need more roving in the shop.
Well,
So,
and the nice thing about all the different rovings we want to bring in is all of them are gorgeous and different.
yes, each artist who dyes the roving and makes and pulls together roving has like different stuff. Like even Spunky Sheep had some like small bats
Yeah.
that were just gorgeous that I should have probably gotten some of, and I'll talk to her later about that. So yay, yummy stuff. Most of the yummy SAFF stuff, if you are a faraway shopper and are interested, contact us. Like shoot me an email and say, can you send me some pictures and tell me some prices and things, because I don't know if and when any of it's getting online. I'd like to get it online, but life sometimes, even just getting this in the system to sell here in the shop is going to take a couple days. So we have to go. What else? Oh, we are nearing in, I think, on 1,300 subscribers. We're getting there. I think we're at like 1,280 or something. Remember, the next big sale we will have for y'all won't be as big as our 1,000, but the next discount we can give you for YouTube only will be when we hit 1,500 subscribers. So tell your friends and neighbors if you haven't already to help that happen. It's all good. If there's anything else we need to talk about, we will probably try to mention it on Thursday. If you have a question for us, if you want us to talk about something related to knit and crochet, then for Thursday's issue, you should email
Liz at sundragonartandfiber.com.
And that's all my brain can hold right now.
If you have a question and it goes to Rebecca or it gets posted as a YouTube comment, it doesn't always get to me to keep track of. So email me.
Lots of things in my head right now. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so have a great day and we will talk to you tomorrow and we'll try to sell you something.